Welcome to Step 4 of our Digital Innovation Accelerator, User Experience. In this step, you'll define how different users interact with your solution, their roles, journeys, and stories. To speed things up, you can use AI to instantly generate user groups, roles, and example journeys based on your project context. Great solutions start with understanding your users. By knowing who they are, how they think, and how they behave, you can design every part of your process around their needs. But even with this mindset, many teams face challenges when turning user needs into a working solution. At this stage, teams often face three struggles. They make the solution too complex, they struggle to manage scope, and they forget the user perspective altogether. We solve this systematically through three actions. 1. Identifying user groups and roles. 2. Determining functionalities based on user journeys. And 3. Defining user stories to validate perspectives. Before we dive into the DIA tool, let's take a quick look at the AI feature for this step. AI Brainstorm helps you generate suggestions for your overall user experience goals, user types, and key user journeys. Simply fill in the user experience overview field above, then click Brainstorm AI to let the assistant propose structured ideas for how users will interact with your solution. You can accept, go back, or try again, giving you a fast and structured starting point for defining your user experience. Let's start with Step 1, identify user groups and roles. In the DIA tool, start by entering the user group or role name. For example, managers. Next, describe their key activities and needs. Managers may not use the system daily, but they want quick insights into progress and exceptions. Finally, define their access and permissions. In this case, managers might have read only access to dashboards, but not the ability to edit transactions. By filling out these fields, you clarify how different users will interact with the solution and what they need from it. Step 2. Determine functionalities from user journeys. Think of a user journey like a route on a map. The origin is where the user starts. The destination is their goal. The functionalities are the steps along the way that make their journey smooth and effective. A user journey is also called user epics. A user epic is the most effective path a user takes to reach a goal. For example, approve invoice for a finance manager. In most cases, visualizing the steps creates clarity about the journey. Use cases, then test these epics in different situations, ensuring the path still works under varying conditions, like when an invoice comes from a foreign supplier. To keep things manageable, aim for the 80/20 rule, support the most common cases now, and leave edge cases for later. Finally, define user stories and validate perspectives. In the DIA tool, start with what the user should be able to do. For example, filter invoices by status. Then explain the purpose, or in order to, so managers can focus on invoices that need approval. Next, set the priority. Since this is critical, we'll mark it as a must. And finally, add clear acceptance criteria. For example, the filter must allow multiple selections and update results instantly. Clear acceptance criteria explain how the user will experience success, which directly drives satisfaction. Defining user epics and user stories creates the foundation for design. They give developers a clear view of user needs, which can then be translated into application components, tasks, and sprint planning. Here's a tip. Acceptance criteria bridge the gap between user needs and product functionality. By defining clear, testable requirements, you ensure both the team and the users share the same understanding of success. Sometimes it even works best to start with acceptance criteria, because they describe what is crucial to the user for completion. From there, you can work backwards to shape the user story around what truly matters. In summary, user experience gives you the tools to design from the user's perspective, defining groups and roles, mapping user journeys, and validating stories. The result is tailored functionalities that deliver real value and satisfaction for every user. Ready for the next step? Let's continue.